What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the series It's Always Something. Today's episode 2. Okay, it's about Airbnb and why I will never ever be using this company again. All right, last week I booked a Airbnb in Medellin, Colombia. I looked at a bunch of different spots, but this one had a pool, internet, kitchen, multiple rooms. You could smoke on the balcony. It looked perfect for what I needed. All right. So I went and booked it, and I asked the guy right away, you could send him a message, the owner. I say, hey, just want to make sure everything's running good in the spot. Tells me, no, you can't smoke on the spot or it's a $300 fine. Gym doesn't work. Internet goes in and out. And then I start looking at the reviews, and about 50% of the reviews, and this I guess is my fault for not looking at the reviews, said scam. The place was the worst Airbnb I've ever seen in my life. Don't stay here. And the mistake I made was this listing was actually on Airbnb twice. So I think what this guy was doing, this rat of an owner, he had two listings. One with the good reviews and the other with the bad. All right. And he was just probably hoping a sucker like me would click on the good one like I did and book it. So I instantly start talking to this guy. He's telling me nothing works, and I'm thinking I got to get out of this. Well, I didn't realize Airbnb allows owners to have a no refund policy. Keep in mind, I had this conversation with this owner about an hour after I booked it, and I wasn't checking in for another week. And after the guy told me nothing worked, you couldn't smoke, or it's a $300 fine, I called him. Guy freaks out on me, blocks my number, and now is only answering in the Airbnb app. Okay, so I call Airbnb, and this is where I get pissed. I call Airbnb, and they're telling me, well, sir, you can't cancel. There's a no refund policy. I go, I don't care about your no refund policy. Cancel it. And they just kept, putting me up through the Ferris wheel, up and down. I was going, talking to every guy in Airbnb. It was a complete mess. Keep in mind, this went on for multiple days. I even called my bank at Wells Fargo, made a dispute, but they told me, hey, listen, you can't make a dispute because it's an ACH payment. It's not a credit card payment. They took it out of my checking. I go, well, great. So I'm thinking I'm out of $400, right? Day comes of the check-in, and I go, you know what? I just got to go to this spot now. I got to go to it even though I felt unsafe after the owner freaked out on me, blocked my number. Airbnb's giving me the runaround. Wells Fargo's saying they can't do anything. I freaked out on a Wells Fargo lady. Sorry to her. Probably was one of the meanest I've ever been. I feel terrible, but, sometimes when these things happen, it gets the better of you. You freak out a bit, but it is what it is. So the day comes of the check-in, and I say, you know what? I gotta go. I tell my girl, I gotta go to this Airbnb. I gotta go check in, even though we already got a hotel now. So I go to the spot, no one there, complete ghost town. Call up Airbnb, tell them, listen, I tried to go to this spot, even though I told you guys I didn't want to, even though I tried to get you guys to cancel it, but you wouldn't because you didn't want to give me back my money. But now there's no one at the spot. So I'm like, what do you guys want me to do? I need my money back now. And I finally talked to one guy with half a brain at Airbnb that said, okay, let's see what we can do. He got the owner to cancel. I got my money back, but just a complete mess from Airbnb. This whole thing took a week. Okay, there was moments where I thought there was no chance I was getting my money back. But at the end of the day, I got my money back. But because of how Airbnb's customer service handled this, I'll never use them again, and I advise you guys not to either. And I wasn't even going to talk about the stock, but real quick, guys, if you're in the stock market, Airbnb is valued at about $150, I think right now. It's a $5 stock. If you've got it, get rid of it. The only business you have doing anything with Airbnb stock is shorting it. All right. But guys, that was my quick story about Airbnb. I'm telling you, the worst customer service in all hospitality, and then just get a hotel. All right. In the hospitality business, it's the worst customer service. They outsourced it somewhere from outside the U.S., and it was complete dog shit. I'm sorry, all right? So don't ever use Airbnb. Go off this story, and trust me, all right? I'm sure there's some good owners out there, some great owners, but for the most part, you're probably going to get scammed, all right? But guys, that was this week's story of It's Always Something, all right? It's never easy, So just have your head on a swivel. And until next time, I'm out.